Okay, welcome to our healthy, happy holidays call. And I'm just going to get right to the information because I want to make sure we have time for questions at the end. As you already know, my name is Demetria Brown, and I am most of you, I'm your coach, unless you have another coach in my group who is coaching you. But we're all working together. And Healthy Happy Holidays is our 30-day group where 21 days of that is us working out and eating clean together. And hopefully after the stop of the group, you will want to move on to another round or another group. So the purpose of this call is just to go over the general information about the group expectations, what you can expect of me, and then what you need to do to really make sure that you are setting yourself up to succeed in this challenge. You really want to make sure you're getting the most out of it. That said, you'll hear me say a lot about not having a perfectionist mentality. I know that as women, we always want to follow rules for the most part and get everything right, but I find that that's just not possible with fitness. I think that you have to just really take the mentality of doing your best and moving forward, because this is really meant to create a lifestyle for you and not just something you're doing for 21 days. So that's the hope, and that's what I hope to help you do. So I hope to help you develop that mindset where you're really just focused on your progress and not getting everything perfect. You're going to have days where you may even have a perfect day where you've eaten all of your perfect containers and you've done your workout and you've stretched and you've drank your water and you've logged everything and you've checked into the group and you've been positive and happy. You know, you're going to have those great days, and then you're going to have life come at you and have other days. So the one thing that I love about these groups is that you tend to, when you're working out on your own or you're trying to do something on your own, you tend to kind of pull away when you have those bad days, but these groups help you to stay centered. And so I really want to encourage you to use the group for not just accountability, but also for support, because this is a no judgment environment. And so when you have those days where maybe you missed a workout or you didn't eat perfectly, I still want you to engage with the group and talk about that. Talk about maybe what happened. Maybe you just need a little encouragement. Maybe you just need to vent, whatever it is. Use the group for that. Don't just use the group for checking in with your fitness or your nutrition. We're going to do that too, but it's more than just that. So okay, so let me get into it. As I said, Demetria Brown, I have 2 kids, so my life is pretty busy. I work full-time from home as a health and fitness coach. But that said, I have an 18-month-old, so I kind of work around his schedule, which is why I love this job, because I can kind of, make my schedule around my family's priorities. So I will be hosting the group, but I also have other coaches in here who will support you as well and who are also on their own journey. As coaches, we're always doing workouts ourselves, and we're always, works in progress too. So the expectations of the group are really important. I really need you to show up every day. You invested in a challenge pack, you invested in Shakeology, and you really need to show up for yourself, not for me, but for yourself, because you really want that investment to pay off for you. So make sure you're showing up once a day in the group, even if it's just to check in and say, oh my gosh, I had, a great day, or, oh my gosh, I didn't work out today, whatever it is. Make sure at least once a day you're checking in, looking at the posts, and staying engaged. And then drinking your shake every day is crucial for several reasons. One, as you will see throughout the group, I'm going to try my best to educate you on what is in the shake and what is so important about drinking it. And so you really want to make sure that you are doing that, because you don't want it to become an expense to you. You don't want it to be like, oh, I drink it every other day, and then all of a sudden, your next shipment is coming, or, you just aren't getting the benefits of why you have the Shakeology. There's a reason I require it to be part of my groups, and that's because it's the one meal every day that no matter what happens, you have something healthy in your system. You have 73 nutrients in your system that you may or may not be getting from the rest of your food throughout the day. That's going to really help you to get better results because you're feeding your organs, you're feeding your cells, you're feeding your body, and you are really going to get what you need from that. So I really want to make sure that you are not letting that stockpile. So we will be checking in every day with something I call BSLSD, and that's basically breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. You're going to post, I'll usually put a reminder up between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., and you'll just share with the group what you had that day for your containers. Okay. So Shakeology is vital, and you're going to hear me say that a lot. That said, remember when you got your challenge pack, you did get put on an automatic shipment. So you are not obligated to keep that. You can extend it. So if you're not ready for it next month, or if you decide you're not going to continue with it, which most people do continue, or if for some reason you decide to cancel it altogether, you have 30 days to do that. So you want to make sure you give yourself a few days before it ships again, because once Beachbody processes it, they send it out and you have to actually take the time to return it, and it's kind of a pain. So you have the time to let your body feel the effects of Shakeology by having it once a day, and then you can really judge how you're responding to it and then decide how you'll continue from there. Okay, so I talked about DSD. Water is so crucial. You're going to hear me say this so much. Water helps you to lose weight. Water helps you. The biggest visualization I give to people is the flow of water is kind of like if you tried to clean a sink of dirty dishes and then you didn't run any water through it. That's what you do when you pump your body full of good food, but then you're not hydrated. You can't really get clean. You're actually going to cause more of a struggle for yourself until you get that hydration going. So don't skip your water. The recommended amount is half of your weight in ounces. So if you're 150 pounds, you would have 75 ounces of water. For some people, that's nothing. For other people, that's a lot. Work your way up to it. Don't try to force it down your throat, on day one. Just do your best, but every day increase the ounces if you're not somebody who's used to staying hydrated. Do your workouts. So this is so crucial. Create a calendar for yourself. The same way you would a doctor appointment, it's that important. So every single day, your day may look different on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. Make sure you're putting it in your calendar. So you're saying, 5 a.m. I'm working out, or 5 p.m. I'm working out, whatever. It's on your time. You don't have to work out the same time I do. You just have to schedule it in your calendar. And the reason why is because if you don't, you're going to say, well, I'll get to it. And then it takes a back burner because everybody's busy. I don't have to tell you guys, I'm sure you have a million. I'm surprised that people were able to even pop on this call. I know how busy life is. We have to make the time. I didn't want to do this call, but I have to make the time because I know how important it is to give you this information. Same as the workouts. I don't really like to work out, I'll be honest, but I know what I'm going to feel like after, and I know what it does for my body. I know that that's how I've lost 40 pounds, is just showing up every day, scheduling it, and doing my best. So do your workouts. They're only half an hour. Everybody has half an hour. You just have to find that time. And then this is another part that some people shy away from, but I beg you to do this. Take your before and after weight, your measurements, and your photos. You will kick yourself if you don't have this information. If you just go off the scale, you're not going to get a clear picture of how your body has changed. A lot of things happen internally that may not show up on the scale. So the scale is an indicator, but it's not, in my opinion, the best indication of your progress. Now, that said, it is nice to see the pounds go down, but there might be a day when the pounds go up one day because you're retaining water or something's changing in your body, and you don't want to just have the scale to rely on. So I posted a video how to take your measurements and the different areas that I measure. So you can use that as a guide. In your package, you actually have a guide of where to take measurements. I add a few to mine because there's certain places on my body that I gain fat and I want to see that reduce. So it's totally up to you what you measure. That said, there is a competition that Beachbody does. It's a daily contest that they do, and it's just a Beachbody thing. It has nothing to do with me. When you complete a program, 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, whatever program, you can submit your results, and it doesn't matter if they're amazing or just 2 pounds. If you are submitting your results to them, they will automatically send you a completion t-shirt, which to me, a t-shirt is something you can purchase, but when I earn something, I feel really proud of it. It's way different than being able to go out and buy it when I earn something. So it's kind of your way to say, I did this, just like you would if you completed a 5K or a marathon or whatever. It's the same thing. It's a symbol that says you started something and you finished it. So you want to have your before and after pictures for that also. And with that, what Beachbody does is when you submit those completion information, you automatically get enrolled into a daily contest where they give away $500 every day. I've had coaches on my team win $500, $4,000. They give cash away every single day, and it's really cool. And what they do is if you win, you get put into another tier and another tier all the way up to $100,000 where they pick somebody at the end of the year. It's really, really, really cool. So, I actually just met someone at my quarterly meeting who was one of the semifinalists, and he won a total of like $40,000 or something. I thought that was so cool. And he actually lives in Germantown, Maryland, which is close to where I live. Okay, so take your before and after measurements, do that stuff. We are going to be sharing that in the group. You do not have to share your photos unless you want to. I always really strongly encourage you to, because one, nobody's judging you, and two, this is a really high accountability group. The point is to get you results and to support you through that. So anything you can do to add accountability, even if it makes you out of your comfort zone, is a good thing. It's not, nobody's going to be, judging you. Nobody is going to have anything but positive things to say. And let me just reassure you, if anyone has anything negative to say, I will handle that. I don't allow negativity in my groups. I don't allow bashing. I don't allow anything negative. So I'll let you know that up front. If you post something negative or somebody else does, that will be addressed all the way up to the point of maybe removing someone from a group, which I've never had to do. But I'm just letting you know that that is not the environment that I create. So feel comfortable, feel free, feel encouraged to make yourself be held accountable. Okay. Being real, be willing to share your stats. That's kind of the same thing. So, not every day is going to be perfect. I don't care who you are. Day one, you might be so gung-ho, and then even day two, you might be like, oh my gosh, I'm already struggling to get my workout in. That's normal. That's okay. Round one, to be honest with you, I call it like the practice round. I say to give it your all, but understand that you're still figuring everything out. You got to get used to meal prepping. You got to get used to these containers. You got to get used to posting in a group. These are all things that you're probably not doing on a regular basis. So there's a little learning curve there where you just need to give yourself the grace to learn how to get used to the flow of this. And then by the time you're done, you'll be ready to rock and roll round two. You'll be ready to get another set of results. It's the best. Okay. So want to make sure, tracking your food. So there's several ways to track your food. You can use the tracking sheets that come in your booklet. Those are also printable on your online. You can use your the app that I posted today. There's one for Android, thanks to Cheyenne. Now now I know about the Android one. There's one for iPhone. So I posted that in the group today. You also can get these bracelets. If you're on this call, I'm going to be sending you these tracker bracelets. I will tell you they're not as stretchy as I had hoped. So you're going to have to pull them a little bit, but you're basically going to use them the same way as the tracking sheet. When you have your blue, take it off, put it on the other wrist, or just take it off completely. And then by the time you're done, you are done with your food. And I love this because we're out and we're busy. And sometimes it's like, maybe you don't even have time to pull out your app on your phone. You can just say, have my blue, have my yellow, put it over there. You'll get used to remembering what each food category is. So yellows are carbs, reds are proteins, blue is fat, orange is seeds, nuts, or dressings. Purple is fruit. Orange, I already said, and green is vegetables. And then purple is fruit, green's vegetables. So you'll get used to that as you start to do the program. And then I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Beachbody On Demand. Hopefully you have checked that out. There is so much good stuff on Beachbody On Demand. If you're not going to use it for your program, just peruse through there and look at the other programs that Beachbody gives you access to, because there will come a point where your body gets used to this workout and you'll be ready to move on to a new workout. The eating plan, you're probably always going to stay with this eating plan because this is legit. This is like what Beachbody has done now is all their new programs that they come out with, they use this same eating plan because it's what we need to, how we need to eat. Some things have to be tweaked for certain people. Like for me, my doctor has me cutting back on some of my yellows, my carbohydrates right now. She wants me to get some things leveled off. I had some pregnancy complications. So you'll see that I don't have my yellows some days, like other people will have all their containers. I might have to cut that on certain days, but that's just, I've done 21 Day Fix. I can't even count how many times I've done these programs. So that was something my doctor wants me to do. And that's okay. Sometimes if your doctor has something that can be tweaked or needs to be tweaked, that's fine. But for the most part, you want to stick to it. And you want to look on Beachbody On Demand to see, you always want to be thinking about the future, because you will have a point where your body's like, okay, I got this, let's move on, or just switch it up. So take advantage of that. If you don't know how to access it, look in the group, but I can also tell you again how to do that. It's the best thing ever. There's also something on Beachbody On Demand that is called Fixate. It's a cooking show based off of this cookbook. I don't know if you can see that, but Fixate is a cookbook that she created based on 21 Day Fix. In here are 101 different clean eating recipes, and she portions them out and gives you the serving sizes based on containers, which is like genius. So for example, portobello mushroom and goat cheese omelet. That is 1 green, 1 red, a half of blue, and 1 spoon. Okay? That's really cool because you can have gourmet, yummy food, but it's clean. And it's already, you don't have to figure out how many yellows is this, how many greens is this. You know a serving size is this much because she's already told you. In Beachbody On Demand, there's a Fixate cooking show. It's her and her brother, who's a gourmet chef. They have come together and created this cooking show to show you how to get really fun, yummy, clean, great tasting recipes. I would just say to look at it, and if you're already really comfortable with cooking, try some stuff out, but I really encourage you to keep your first week really simple. Make, easy, low ingredient recipes, chicken salad, grilled chicken on top of a salad, boiled eggs, keep it simple because you just want to get used to the flow of how to eat using these containers. But this is a really useful tool because you will get used to the eating, and then you'll say, I want to spice it up a little bit. Okay. Beachbody On Demand. Oh, you'll see me talking about the performance line. You don't really need necessarily the performance line right away when you do 21 Day Fix. I will say there's a few items in the performance line that will help. Hydrate. It's kind of like a Gatorade, but without the sugar. And then there's something called Recharge, and that helps you to recharge, to rebuild your muscles while you're sleeping. Those are some that I would say. But Energize, unless you're really struggling to get the energy for your workouts, you should be able to get through the regular 21 Day Fix workouts without it. 21 Day Fix Extreme, I need it. It's a little more, it's a lot more intense. And I use a pre-workout, I use a post-workout, I use a recharge in the evening. But these are just things you'll see me post about. They're not, you don't have to have them for your program, but if you're ever interested in finding out about it, I can tell you all about it. But just so you know, that's what that is. And then points for prizes. I haven't posted about this yet, but I have a point system to keep you engaged because again, the biggest thing about these groups is your engagement, your accountability, and getting the support. So I do something really fun where I give you a daily challenge, and that gives you a guide on what to post in the group. So sometimes we do a sweaty selfie, or we'll do a tasty Tuesday, or we'll do a motivation Monday, flex Friday, whatever it is. And then in addition to that, I give you other ways to earn points. What that does is you keep track of those points, and this will all be posted in the group, and then you can earn a really cool prize at the end. So whoever has the most points, it's on the honor system. You keep track of your points. You post those in the group in a pinned post, and then at the end, whoever has gotten the most points wins a really healthy, fun prize from me. Sometimes let you choose, sometimes I choose it for you. In addition to that, because it's the holidays, we're actually doing a competition for a DIY wreath. So we're making a wreath together, and this is optional. You don't have to do it, but I'm letting you win a 3-day refresh, which the 3-day refresh is a 3-day detox system. It's a cleanse, and this is the bomb. It's 3 days. It's you just detoxing your organs, you just giving your body a break from bad eating, whatever it is. But this is something that I'm going to be giving whoever participates in the DIY and wins. I'm going to come up with a judgment system. We're going to judge inside the group, and then I'm also going to judge on my personal Facebook page. I'm going to have people, whoever participates, whoever gets the most out of those will win. However, you do have to also get a certain amount of points from the participation, which is the separate category, to be eligible to win the DIY. So you can't just make the wreath and win the cleanse if you are the winner. You have to also be participating, doing the points, and I'm going to have a minimum of amount of points that you need to earn in order to be eligible. So I'll get into all that later. And then as far as Beachbody On Demand, points for prizes. That's it. And then today, you do want to get your grocery list done if you haven't already. You want to get your groceries. You want to clean out your cupboards and your fridge. You want to get all the stuff out that's going to tempt you, because you really want to be ready for Monday. And then if you're a prepper on Saturday, that's fine, because sometimes people just want to chill on Sunday. A lot of people do prep on Sunday because it's just the day before the week. You're getting ready for the week. And so we're going to talk more about, I'm going to post more about how to meal prep. I did do a big post this morning, but you'll see more about that. And then tomorrow I'll be posting more about your meal prep. I don't want everybody to stress out if you're not a big meal prepper and you're getting used to it. You're going to give yourself some time to get used to prepping your food. Not everybody does that. And sometimes I suggest to people, if you're really feeling overwhelmed, you can just prep some stuff. Cut up your veggies and your fruits. Make maybe some oatmeal the day before so that you can have that the day of. Have your shake out in your blender ready so that you can make your shake if you're going to blend it up, or just have it out so that you can have it ready to go. Cut up maybe some condiments, like cut up your onions, and just have little things like that if you're not feeling like you can handle all 5 days of prep. I always tell people if they want to do 7 days to do it, but I find that weekends people like to do more family things. And so I think if you get through 5 days of prep, that you're going to be in a really good place. And then on the weekend, if you find that you're falling apart on the weekend, well, then maybe you need to at least plan out what your weekend meals are going to look like. So we can get into that as the group goes forward, but I really want to stress how important it is to prep your food, because what you're going to find is the week is going to get busy really fast, and you want to be prepared. You want to have something that you know you can grab, that you're not going to go through the drive-through, you're not going to fall apart when you're at the mall with your kids, whatever it is. You want to have that preparation, and you want to be ready for the week. So other than that, make sure you've gone through your challenge pack. Make sure you have everything in there and nothing's missing. You should have a shaker cup. You should have your containers. You should have your eating plan, your Start Here guide. I have 2 different ones because I have both programs. So your eating plan for the regular 21 Day Fix looks like this. And then you should also have, obviously, your bag of Shakeology if you got it, or if you got the serving packets, you should have that. And then there should be a few other inserts in there as well. So I'm going to open it up for questions, and then I'm going to end the call so that you guys can get back to your Saturday. So I hope everything made sense that I said, and then I'm going to unmute everybody so that you can ask questions if you have them. If not, then I'm going to end the call. All right, let's see, unmute. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? And you can post them in the chat, or you can just talk. Nobody?
I don't have any questions, but thank you. It's Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. I'm glad you got to get on the call. Oh, Carrie, so you'll have to send me your I should have your address in my Beachbody account, but if you get a second, if you can just private message me your address, and then I can send you your bracelets.
Oh, sure.
Does everything I said make sense?
Yes, sounds good. This is Cheyenne.
Okay. All right, perfect. Well, I won't keep you. I'm going to end the recording. I'll post this in the group, and then I'll be posting throughout today and tomorrow. So any questions you have, of course, if you can post them in the group, do, so that other people can see the answer. But if it's really private, you can always private message me.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a great Saturday. Thanks for hopping on the call.
All right. You too.
You
Bye.
too.
Talk to you later.